So we're at the Paradise Valley Community Church, and they are pretty much completed with the rough framing on the ramp as well as the stairs. So they converted this big opening, which was big proscenium arch up there, or not really an arch, but a straight across proscenium, and this was a stage. And then at one time it had stairs. You can see the gray outline of the paint. So it's stairs on that side, and stairs on this side, and a big stage in the middle. And they wanted a ramp. Over here we're having a hole cut in, and there'll be a vestibule. And this is a big gym, which is pretty rare for a church. So it's got a big gym, and the kids from Pine Creek School come down here, and they need a place to play in the wintertime because they just have an outdoor play yard. So we have a vestibule there, and the kids can come in, and this area can essentially be blocked off and separate from the church, separate from the sanctuary and the associated rooms for the church. But the church needs to come down here every once in a while and have events, have food, big gatherings, and so they needed a wheelchair accessible route just for practicality. So we put in one set of stairs that meets code, as you see on the right side there, and then we put in a big wheelchair ramp that also meets code. And just for everyone's education, you can see how long a ramp has to be to meet code. It really gets pretty long. 1 to 12 being the ratio for current code. A good detail I wanted to bring up on the stair construction, and this happens, this is a good detail. This happens a lot where the way we detail it, and probably the best way to do it, I say probably because we're always learning, but probably the best way to do it is to take your stair stringer, which you can see. It's a really good example because we can see the back side of a stair, which sometimes isn't the case. So right here is your stair stringer. And then this is a 2x4 spacer that holds your stringer away from your wall. And so what that gives you is the ability to, in this case, it'll be some sort of probably carpet, just for the sake of price and the fact that we'll have to replace it quite often, probably because it gets a lot of traffic, but it'll be a low nap carpet probably. And that's what these treads are made for. They've got a pre-rounded front to them, and they'll wrap that in carpet probably. But what you'll do is you'll put sheetrock on this side, slip that down, and then slide in your skirt board, and that way you don't have to put a sawtooth cut in your skirt board. You just put a straight skirt board all along there that sits on the 2x4 or just off of it, and then your carpet just butts up against that. So you've got an 1.5 inch gap. You're going to take up 3/4 of it with a skirt board, give or take. Might be 5/8 skirt board. And you're going to have a 1/2 inch sheetrock. So if it's 3/4, you end up with 1 1/4 inches overall. You got a 1/4 inch gap for your 1.5 inch board there, and that's perfect. You can just run your carpet right up against that, and you got a nice tight condition, and you don't have to have these big gaps where you're cutting your skirt board around the sawtooth nature of the stairs. It's good detail. I'm glad they did it like this. It makes it a lot easier for trim carpentry.